All right, we are on. Take it away, Dave.
Well, we decided that many of our broadcasts here have been awfully heavy. And we're talking, the Zionists and Nazis and Gaza and all that stuff that, we would prefer not to dwell on. But this one is going to be quite different. We're going to lighten it up considerably because we're going to just review some of these crisis actors. And if you have any, well, I won't even comment. You can make out of them what you will. And I'm pretty sure you're going to have a pretty good laugh. And that's supposedly healthy. And we can agree. But there's a question of perhaps a mixed emotion because, as riotous as these things are, that bit of concern, about being played and the fact that the totality of the media is 100% not only fake but psychological operation. So why don't we just start? We're going to start, I think, with Erica Kirk, her bereaved husband. She's acknowledging in a press conference immediately after. So we'll start there, and then we'll get into Sandy Hook and some of the others.
I couldn't stop eating McDonald's, and I was $20,000 in debt. Then I found a loophole that had nothing to do with giving up my fries, and I
try this odd nighttime nerve control before you go to bed and let it work its magic
Bear
as you
with
sleep.
these
So you can finally enjoy.
short commercials.
Good evening. My name is Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk is my husband. I first want to thank the local, state, and federal law enforcement who worked tirelessly to capture my husband's assassin so that he can be brought to justice. I want to thank the first responders who struggled heroically to save Charles's life, and the police who acted bravely to make sure that there were no other victims on that terrible afternoon. I want to thank the officers who have protected our Turning Point USA family these past 2 days. And I want to thank the Turning Point USA board, the COO, Justin Strife, and my husband's chief of staff, the amazing Mikey McCoy, for all their work in these terrible days to be the stability for our family and for the wider Turning Point USA family as well. My heart is with every one of my husband's employees who lost a friend and a mentor. I want to thank the staffers of his amazing Charlie Kirk show who helped him broadcast from this studio, this chair. Every day he loved it. He loved what he did. I want to thank the millions of people who have shown their love for Charlie.
I said we're going to be laughing, but this is
across
painful.
America and worldwide. I want to thank my husband's dear friend, Vice President Vance, and his phenomenal wife, Usha, for their love and support. You guys honored my husband so well, bringing him home. You both are tremendous. I want to thank President Trump and his incredible family for the same. Mr. President, my husband loved you. And he knew that you loved him too. He did. Your friendship was amazing. You supported him so well, as did he for you. 2 days ago, my husband, Charlie, went to see the face of his Savior and his God.
For God's sakes.
Charlie always said that when he was gone, he wanted to be remembered for his courage and for his faith. And one of the final conversations that he had on this earth, my husband witnessed for his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Now and for all eternity, he will stand at his Savior's side, wearing the glorious crown of a martyr. Charlie loved life. He loved his life. He loved America. He loved nature, which helped him always bring him closer to God. He loved the Chicago Cubs.
Oh,
and my goodness,
God.
did he love the Oregon Ducks.
Oh, shit.
Want me to say go Ducks, so I have to since they play on Saturday. So go Ducks.
I'm so sorry.
But most of all, Charlie loved his children, and he loved me with all of his heart. And I knew that. Every day I knew that. He made sure I knew that every day. Every day he would ask me, how can I serve you better? How can I be a better husband?
What a
How can I be a
nuisance he
better
got
father?
away.
Every day. Every day.
Low self-esteem, I guess.
He still is a good man. He was the perfect father. He was the perfect husband.
There's no such thing as perfection. No.
Charlie always believed that God's design for marriage and the family was absolutely amazing, and it is. It is, and it was the greatest joy of his life. And over, he would tell all these young people to come and find their future spouse, become wives and husbands and parents. And the reason why is because he wanted you all to experience what he had and still has. He wanted everyone to bring heaven into this earth through love and joy that comes from raising a family. It's beautiful. Charlie always said that if he ever ran for office, I know a lot of you asked if he ever was going to, but privately he told me if he ever did run for office that his top priority would be to revive the American family. That was his priority. One of Charlie's favorite Bible verses was Ephesians 5, verse 25.
Where's my Bible? I gotta check.
Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. My husband laid down his life for me, for our nation, for our children. He showed the ultimate and true covenantal love.
Oh.
I will never, ever have the words to describe the loss that I feel in my heart. I honestly have no idea what any of this means. I know that God does, but I don't.
Shit.
But Charlie, baby, I know you do too. I know you do. So does our Lord.
Christ, wrap it up, please.
And our world
Please.
is filled with evil. But our God, you guys, our God is so good. He's so incredibly good.
You said
We know
that
that
right.
for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. Already I have seen the worldwide outpouring of love for my husband. I've heard the testimonies from people my husband inspired to get married, to start families, to seek out a relationship with God. It's the most important one of all. The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this. If you thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, you have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country and this world. You have no idea.
Bunch of
You
bullshit.
have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
Oh shit! I gotta smoke shit.
To everyone listening tonight across America, the movement my husband built will not die. It won't. I refuse to let that happen. It will not die.
Is this almost over?
All
I
of
forget
us
how long it goes.
will refuse to let that happen.
Oh,
No
for
one
God's sakes!
will ever forget my husband's name, and I will make sure of it.
Do we have to finish this?
Hate wearing
Yeah,
glasses or
finish it,
contacts but too
Jesus
scared for
Christ.
laser? Try drinking warm water before bed to improve eyesight.
It will become stronger, bolder, louder, and greater than ever. My husband's mission will not end, not even for a moment. And one of Charlie's greatest talents was his ability, this phenomenal ability to choose great people to follow him. He could always find the ones who could handle any setback. And it's almost like he knew. He could see it in you. Even when you couldn't see it in yourself, he just knew. He knew you could handle it. You thought you only had 5% left, and he knew you had 15.
Jeez.
He knew you were ready to go that extra mile even when you didn't.
Hmm.
He always challenged people around him to work harder and to be better. He never gave up. And I love knowing that one of his mottos was never surrender.
Oh, that's original.
So I want to tell you that we'll never surrender. We never will. Ever. Ever.
Christ. Ever.
Our campus tour this fall will continue. There will be even more tours in the years to come. America Fest here in Phoenix this December will go on. It will be greater than ever. The radio and podcast show that he was so proud of will go on. And in a world filled with chaos, doubt, and uncertainty, my husband's voice will remain. And it will ring out louder and more clearly than ever. And his wisdom will endure. My favorite too, but my husband's favorite word in the English language was earn. He would call all of you to be people of action who earn the future America deserves. So to all of the young people who felt inspired by my husband's faith and hard work, all of you already know what Charlie would want you to do. You know. You know. If you're in high school or if you're in college, go find your local Turning Point USA chapter. Join it. Stay involved. He wants you to make a difference. And you can. You can. The movement's not going anywhere, and it will only grow stronger when you join it. If there isn't a chapter, can't find one, then start one. There is no excuse. You can start one. And as my husband used to say in this room, every single day, if you want to get involved, the best way you can do that is going to tpusa.com. That's what he would say every day from this chair. Every single day. I watched his show every day, and he would always say, if you want to get involved, go to tpusa.com.
Well, he would say that. That's his organization.
USA Faith. And if you're a parent, I highly recommend that you come to America Fest in December.
Join the red zone now.
Sign up right now for that because we would love to see you. I would love to see
I
you.
would say that.
Charlie would. He'll be there. He'll be there in spirit.
That's
Bring
a
your
wrap.
kids, bring your family. But most important of all, if you aren't a member of a church, I beg you to join one, a Bible-believing church. Our battle is not simply a political one. Above all, it is spiritual. It is spiritual. The spiritual warfare is palpable.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie loved his Savior with all of his heart, and he wanted every one of you to know him too.
You mentioned it.
He wanted everyone to know that if they confess the Lord Jesus Christ who rose from the dead, then they will be saved.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me when I say this. Nobody is ever too young to know the gospel. Nobody. Nobody is ever too young to get involved with saving this beautiful country, this country my husband loved and still loves.
Mm.
And nobody is ever too old either. There's no age limit. I know my husband is still here. He's watching over us. I don't remember the last time I slept. I couldn't sleep last night. And
Get a shot of something, you know.
Charlie,
Drink
baby.
a few.
Charlie, I promise I will never let your legacy die, baby. I won't. I promise I'll make Turning Point USA the biggest thing that this nation has ever seen. I promise.
Under new leadership.
Oh, Charlie, I love you. I love you, baby.
Oh, Christ.
Rest in
You
the arms
forgot
of
your
our Lord
hanky there.
as he blankets you with the words I know your heart always strived to hear. Well done, my good and faithful servant.
Jeez.
When I got home last night,
That's enough.
Gigi, our daughter, just ran into my arms. And I talked to her and she said, Mommy, I missed you. I said, I missed you too, baby. She goes, where's Daddy? What do you tell a 3-year-old? She's 3.
By the way, Mommy, you sound phony as hell on
baby.
that goddamn.
Daddy loves you so much. Don't you
press
worry.
conference.
He's on a work trip with Jesus, so he can afford your blueberry budget.
Oh no!
And my goodness, am I so humbled to witness
Is that a wrap?
Jesus right now, doing what you always want to do, baby. Making heaven crowded, right? That's what it's all about.
Oh.
Making heaven crowded. I can't wait to see you again one day. Thank you all again who love my husband, who supported him, who wrote him an email every single day during his radio show. He read all of them.
Talk about a full inbox. Jesus Christ.
God bless you all.
Take a deep breath.
And
Wrap
may
it up.
God bless America.
Okay. Well, you may have heard my moaning and groaning in the background. I'm going to try to contain that a little bit. Disruptive. Hold on just a second. This is the mother of a young person who was slaughtered in the Annunciation Catholic School. I just want to comment on one thing. Ephesians. You know, if you only love your husband or wife because it says so in the Bible, that doesn't ring authentic to me. You know, if my wife ever said something, well, they don't say that, but if they ever said something like that, I would be kind of put aback. A covenant a covenantal marriage. You know, it says so in the Bible. So I'm supposed to love you, and you know you're a piece of shit. But you know, it says so in the Bible, and we're still married, and you know that's that. Anyway, I'll try to keep my comments to a minimum so we can, I said, enjoy these things. And of course, some of them very, very, at least to me, very painful. So you, as I said, you got mixed emotions. And speaking, I'll just say one thing about these mixed emotions. You may feel uh, sort of embarrassment for these crisis actors. You know, yes, they're deceiving, and so they're not really, that's not good. But still, you have some sort of human level sympathy for them to be having to read these types of scripts and and you might actually feel a little embarrassed and ashamed of yourselves if you not only took these things on board as authentic, but you've gone out of your way. I got a couple of our followers actually rolled out the term conspiracy theory applied to me after all these years of due diligence. And it might just hit them like a brick when they realize that, hey, wait a minute, I've been ridiculing Dave and I've been really ridiculing the conspiracists, trying to do my duty to not only ridicule but to defend the country against unfounded conspiracy theories. And I thought I was doing right. Now it turns out that I'm being mocked. I'm being ridiculed. That's not fair. So anyway, so yeah, let's get to the mother.
So are we done talking about the Kirk? Do you
I can't remember exactly.
do you have a method to your madness here?
What's that?
Do you have a method here, or do you just kind of jumping around, or?
Well, I gave you a list of the ones that I want to play, which is
Yeah.
far from all, but some of the most ridiculous. Let's play this girl.
Weeks have felt like being dropped at the bottom of the ocean where it is pitch dark and the pressure is crushing and no human is really meant to survive it. And the light that we're used to just doesn't really reach all the way down here at the bottom of the ocean. But I have to say that even in the deepest, darkest places, light somehow finds a way and light breaks through. Down in the deep dark, creatures actually learn how to make their own light. They adapt in that beautiful way. So here in our darkness, as a family and as a community, we're learning how to do the same. We're making our own light. And it's a really incredible, beautiful thing to witness. Somehow, along all this unimaginable darkness, there's been light. We can literally feel the thoughts and the prayers and the love all around us, lifting us and moving us forward. We can really only cry for so long before some kind of kind text or inspiring message lifts us back up, or we see
Can
another
you feel the hatred?
statement, about what we need to do next, and it just brings us forward one more step. So there's just so much love and support lighting our path that we haven't felt lost, shattered and heartbroken, but not lost. These last few weeks have felt like
That was it on that one. It was short. Are you there?
Is that the end of it?
Yeah.
All right. Thankfully. Let's just move on. You're going to see all of them are fake, okay? Not 90%, all.
And the nominees for Best Crisis Actor are
Do you have old pictures on your PC or smartphone? Then this video is for you.
Jeff Bowman, Boston Bombing.
Even in the ambulance ride, I was trying to say something, trying to say like I knew who did it, I knew what went on, and I think they were kind of thrown back by that. They were like, "What? You knew what went on? You knew what happened?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw the guy." I think that's what I said. I was like, "I saw the guy."
Chris Hurst, Virginia Shooting.
Good night, sweet boy. And that was the last that I had heard of her. And then about 7 o'clock yesterday morning, I got calls from the station telling me that there was a shooting live on air and that I needed to come to the station.
Robbie Parker, Sandy Hook.
Okay.
Andy Parker, Virginia Shooting.
Oh, this guy.
Well, over the last 24 hours, I've gone from numb to, uncontrolled grief to numb to, anger.
Gene Rosen, Sandy Hook.
I don't know the details of their escape. I don't know how they escaped, but they must have run some portion of the road that is next to the firehouse and were picked up by a school bus driver.
Cassidy State, Texas Shooting.
Oh.
Really like Harry Potter. In The Prisoner of Azkaban, Dumbledore says, "Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light."
And Richard Martinez, Isla Vista Shooting.
Oh.
I can't tell you how angry I am. It's just awful. And no parent should have to go through this. No parent. To have a kid die because in this kind of a situation, what has changed? Have we learned nothing?
All right.
Keep 'em rolling.
Can you make the name Jesus from the word Jew?
If they wake up at 3 a.m. from
This can't be real. This weight loss doctor is going viral.
That's how the skinny people of the world are skinny. It's called.
My son was in Las Vegas with a lot of his friends and he came home. He didn't come home last night, and I don't want prayers. I don't want thoughts. I want gun control, and I hope to God nobody else sends me any more prayers. I want gun control. No more guns.
You all know that I was been here fighting for him all morning long. And we did just get the news that he was one of the 11 that were killed last night. His name was Cody Kaufman. My firstborn son.
Are you saying something?
Wait a minute. That's the next one.
No, I thought you were going to say
Wrong
something.
picture.
I thought you were saying something.
That's this guy here. So his breaking up a little bit, as I always say, and sometimes you can fix that. You can fix that on your end, right? You've got too many videos loaded or something like that.
No, I only have this one.
It just, it just breaks up in a little bit. Go ahead. Okay,
It's because he's breaking up right now, you know?
let's hear him.
Only him and I know how much I love, how much I miss it. Oh, God, this is. Oh, son, I love you so much. Oh, Heavenly Father, just please. Cody was the big brother that my kids need. I have a daughter coming on the 29th of this month that he was so excited to have his first sister and not now she'll never know.
Christ. Well, at least he's got his hanky. Oh,
I talked to him
Christ.
last night before he headed out the door. First thing I said was, please don't drink and drive. Last thing I said was, son, I love you. That was the last thing I said. Like, I cannot believe that it's happened in my family. I don't know what to tell to the other people. I don't know how to console or what to say to the other people that are gonna be going through the same situation as I am. I am so sorry for their loss as well. I am speechless and heartbroken.
Okay.
I am very emotional right now. Yeah. This is my firstborn son, and to lose your kid in a senseless way like this is pretty tough. And I hope that I hope you're out there, and I hope you're okay.
Okay.
Who's that lady? Goodness.
She's incredulous. Well, what in the hell?
Is that lady real?
Apparently. Yeah, I don't know. She's not part of it, but let's just add it there.
There's one simple warm water trick that anyone can use to improve eyesight almost
Well, let's hear
overnight.
a few more of these. I haven't had that laugh I was talking about, but
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Well, it's Oscar night, everybody, and I think it's only fitting that we hand out an award to the true actors out there, the people really doing the real acting, the real work.
I think I said skip.
And that is the
preamble
crisis
on this one.
actors who always get snubbed for the Academy Awards. I know further ado.
Is on, so
that's good.
Music, but then you started to see people drop. Yes, it was just terrifying. Did you see the shooter's face at all? I didn't see the shooter. I didn't have I can't see from a far distance, so I didn't have my glasses on. So I just, when I go to the bar, I don't try to have my glasses. So I don't remember if I had them on me or if they fell. I don't really quite remember, but I must not have had them because I really couldn't see. And I got there at 11:08, and I looked at my phone. I'm like, it's 11:08. I'm like, come on, she wants $10, sweetie.
Our second nominee took the female role of somebody who just went through a life-altering crisis event and took it to new heights that even Meryl Streep herself couldn't take acting to. Our second nominee from the Oakland hoax, Swan Vega. Let's take a look.
There's nothing anyone can say. It's just tragedy, horror, and tragedy. It's just tragedy, horror, and tragedy. It's not a time to fight each other. There's just.
You said it.
Our third nominee this evening played a pivotal role in helping the truth community unite through laughter for his performance in the Orlando Pulse hoax shooting, the gay crying man who's also laughing. Let's take a look.
And you still don't know where he's at right now. Can you tell us about him?
He was a good guy. He's one of my really good friends. I don't know where he is. I don't know what his status is. He's not answering his phone.
Where's the audio?
I
The
can't.
video?
So I'm just trying to figure out if he's okay.
It's the wrong
He's my
picture.
main priority. 'Cause I'm
What?
That's good. That's the guy.
I think
He
I
does
think
a
you're
hell of a
lagging.
job. Oh, maybe so. No, we won't worry about it. Play this guy. He's great.
What if you could talk to him if he's watching this, or if somebody, maybe he's in the hospital right now, if you could talk to him, what would you tell him?
that you're the best friend, but you're my best friend, and nothing's gonna stop that. There's no bullet that could ever break a friendship that you have with somebody. And
50 dead there.
You
The
will
Orlando
forever be my best friend.
Pulse
I
nightclub.
don't know.
50 dead.
I
Well, hell, that's a pile of corpse.
that I'm gonna wake up and everything's gonna be normal, but it's not. This is what happened. There's no going back.
The millions that are watching this, that want to help, is there anything that you want to tell them? Anything you want to tell the world right now? Anything that you need to get through this?
Just keep praying. I'm not a very religious person or whatever, and whatever religion you are, no matter what you believe, just send it whatever our way. We all need it. We all need something. We all need that hope. Just keep praying for us. We all need it.
If you're struggling with any of these sluggish thyroid symptoms, like getting out of bed in the morning, thinning hair, brittle.
Incredible performances so far. Our fourth nominee portrayed the role of a madman running into a pizza shop because he was so angry and upset at some of the things that he saw on YouTube. He went into the pizza shop armed and ready to kill. But before he did that, he grabbed a butter knife and went against the walls and used the butter knife to look for a secret door. Our fourth nominee this evening for his performance in the Comet Ping Pong hoax shooting, Edgar Madison Welch. Now, Edgar is not here this evening, and we do not have actual video evidence of Edgar being spoken to, but you could see some of these amazing still shots from his performance, standing out in the middle of the streets with his hands over his head.
Here.
Such passion.
Well, we've talked about cognitive dissonance, where these scenes don't make any sense and they're not supposed to make any sense. So you see the police tape, for example, the famous police tape that shows up on all these things. But it is surrounding the man. So he's just now being arrested by this heroic Ossifer. And he's inside the police perimeter there, the crime scene. But he's just now being, so, you know, the yellow tape comes out later as they're going for their forensics, and not here just as the man's being stopped and arrested. So I mean, come on, people.
Did
Those
he? Did
what?
Did he even shoot anyone or?
What? Are you kidding?
I mean,
You're kidding, right?
in the official story. I thought he just kind of looking
Let
around
me think.
with the gun, and then they came and arrested him.
You could be right in this case. I can't remember, to be frank with you, whether he shot the owner he was trying to shoot or not. So people can look that up. Ping pong pizza bullshit. Okay, continue.
Yeah, this guy's actually dead. I looked it up a while back, and he was shot during a police stop or whatever. Anyway.
A separate incident, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know more about this one than I do. Yeah, okay. Well, he's dead, so continue.
Are we continuing? So, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Okay.
Such a performance, gut-wrenching performance that hasn't been seen since Troll 2. Absolutely incredible stuff. And of course, our fifth nominee. You might know her for her amazing audition tape for Wheel of Fortune. But in 2016, she took the silver screen by storm for her performance in the Orlando hoax shooting at the Pulse nightclub. Crisis, Christine. Let's take a look at some of her work.
With the assault weapons so that we could stop this club from ever getting any new members. I beg all of you, please. I wanted to let you know about my son. When he was in high school, he started the Gay Straight Alliance. And he won the Anna Prague Humanitarian Award to bring gays and straights together. I've been so proud of him for that thing. Please, let's all just get along. We're on this earth for such a short time. Let's try to get rid of the hatred and the violence. Please.
Absolutely incredible stuff. All 5 of these nominees this evening have really stood out and impressed everybody in America for their hard work that they put in deceiving the masses into thinking that these government-staged false flag / hoax events are actually real, so they can continue to brainwash the masses and fearmonger and scare them into whatever they want.
That's a guy called A Call for an Uprising. A Call for an Uprising has done quite good work, especially these Academy Awards and Oscar Awards.
It does so many good things for you. I had celiac disease and I had Hashimoto's. So taking this.
This is an ad here. There you go.
Coming in a 1-pack, a 2-pack, and a 4-pack, this changes
This
the
is an
output
ad.
game. So I'm missing a screw that goes right in the middle just to show you.
Going forward, starting on August the 2nd, I will announce we will do the count. So make sure you use your vote wisely. Now, for the nominees for the 2018-2019 For his role in the Parkland shooting hoax, David Hogg.
Wait, can you see it? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
David Hogg.
Well, I don't see Hogg.
I say we will not stop until every man, every woman, every child, and every American can live without fear of gun violence. And to that I say, no more. Thank you. I love you all. God bless all of you, and God bless America. We can and we will change the world.
Yeah, we're working on this, though.
It's going to be hard to top that one. I know that's what most people are thinking, but we have some strong candidates. The Do Something Mom for her role in the Parkland shooting hoax.
She's a strong one.
President Trump, please do something. Do something. Action! We need it now! These kids need safety now! President Trump, you say, what can you do? You can stop the guns from getting into these children's hands! Put metal detectors at every entrance to the schools!
For his role as the whimpering father in the Pepperdine shooting hoax.
Oh, please.
You all know that I was been here fighting for him all morning long. And we did just get the news that he was one of the 11 that were hit and killed last night. His name was Cody Kaufman. My firstborn son.
Please.
Only him and I know how much I miss him. Oh, son, I love you so much. Oh, happy.
The clueless mother for her role in the Charlottesville car false flag event.
I thought it was Virginia or somewhere.
That's what,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
Charlottesville, Virginia. Yeah, he and again, right now he's just accused, but there was video of him running his car into the crowd. And,
Running his car into a crowd of people?
Right. Yeah.
Did it hurt anybody?
Yeah, there's one fatality.
For his role in the Parkland shooting hoax, the I'm pissed Italian father who confronts Donald Trump.
All the school shootings. It doesn't make sense. Fix it. Should have been one school shooting and we should have fixed it. And I'm pissed. Because my daughter I'm not going to see again. She's not here. She's not here. She's in North Lauderdale, like whatever it is, King David Cemetery. That's why I go to see my kids.
What?
And for her role in the Pepperdine shooting hoax, the mother who doesn't want your prayers, she wants gun control.
My name is Susan Orfanos. My son was Tel Orfanos. We lost him last night at the borderline shooting. My son was in Las Vegas with a lot of his friends and he came home. He didn't come home last night, and I don't want prayers. I don't want thoughts. I want gun control, and I hope to God nobody else sends me any more prayers. I want gun control. No more guns. Thank you.
Wow, what amazing performances that were put on in the year 2018 and 2019. Please give a round of applause for all of this year's nominees. And again, we ask you, the listener, please make sure you're ready Friday for the first podcast, which will be the Crisis Actor Academy Awards. Please head over to
Shoe brands have been lying to you. Do you want to know why? Nobody believed me at first, but now everyone.
Here. Now your vote wisely. Now for the nominees for the 2018-2019 Crisis Actors / Actresses of the Year. For his role in the Parkland shooting hoax, David Hogg.
I say we will not stop until every man,
I
every
guess,
woman, every child,
I guess
and
I,
every American can live
put this
without
up
fear of
twice.
gun violence.
You can skip this. That's my bad.
I was saying.
What, the 2017?
2002, so I've had this disease for 18 years now.
But when you saw those children on your yard, did you have any idea that something was wrong?
I had no idea. I thought they were doing a skit, or maybe they were Cub Scouts or Girl Scouts, and they were just practicing because they were sitting so nicely. But then I saw a man in a very agitated way saying it's going to be all right. And he kept raising his voice, and I thought that was so strange. And I came to the children, and they were crying and wailing and mortified. And there was a school bus driver with them, and I invited them into the house. And she said there had been an incident at the school. I had no idea what it was.
And the children, how did they find the words to tell you? Because they told you, right? The teacher
They
had
told
died.
me, they just start talking. The two boys mostly talked, and they said, we can't go back to that school.
We can't go back.
Pull it together,
Teacher's
Jane.
dead. What are we going to do? We don't have a teacher.
When you're on national news,
I could not take that in. I could not accept that. And I just kept listening to them. And then they talked more. And the boy said, oh, no, it was a big gun and a small gun. And then I knew. And then they said there was blood. There was blood. And then they said her name. And I prayed that it wasn't that teacher. And it was. It was
Vicky
that,
Soto.
It was that very pretty 27-year-old teacher. I don't know how they fled. I think she must have protected them and saved their lives. I don't know if they ran all the way down the boulevard, the street next to the firehouse. I don't know how they got to my house. They were so brave and they were so good. And I brought down some toys from my grandson's toy chest, and I gave them some juice, and we called their parents. They were very brave and very good, and I was amazed. I was astounded at what they were telling me.
How they noticed everything. And I know you're a psychologist by training, but you talk about being a grandfather. But it was the grandfather that was you at that moment.
That's what trained me, being a grandfather. I felt like I was with my grandchildren, and I felt perfectly happy with them. That's what trained me. My granddaughter and my grandson, and they were with me, and I felt comfortable. They were very sweet, and they calmed down a little, but they kept repeating that they can't go back to the school because they don't have a teacher.
And their grieving is going to be hard for adults to understand. It will be different. It may be more intense. It will be different. What message do you have for those children that came onto your yard?
I want to be reunited with them. I want to see those children, and I want to tell them how good and brave and strong they are. I want to tell their parents that, and I want to tell them that I want to be their friend, and I want to read to them. I want to give them something special for Christmas. I want to be their friend. I want them to see me in light instead of darkness, as I saw them. I want their parents. I hope they'll call me, because I want to see those children. They were very good children.
Yes.
And then something happened with one of the boys out of this grief and this carnage, and he stopped and he became very composed. And all of a sudden, he stopped and he looked at me and he said, "Just saying, your house is very small." And I thought, what a bright, wonderful boy. And he just brought to all of us a respite from all this darkness. And you know what? I want to see these kids. I hope their parents will call me. I want to just put my arms around them and tell them that I love them. I want the children to be the basis for our solution.
Heading to the United States, Mexico,
Guess we
or
got.
Europe. Don't let expensive fees ruin your trip.
Watch what milk does to your eyes. Take a look at these 2 retina scans. They both look sharp, focused, and healthy.
Drinking warm water before bed fixes tooth and gum problems overnight.
Yes.
School bus driver picked them up. I think she had just let off some kids or was in the area. And they came inside the house and they start talking about blood coming out of her mouth. And they said, "What are we going to do for a teacher? Our teacher's dead."
I'll introduce this one, yes.
I mean, they were so distraught.
Yeah, Gene is, he happens to be the president of the Thespian Society there in Sandy Hook, Newtown. And he's really making a pitch to be, on the big time, because that's kind of a low level. They put on plays and stuff for the community. But this was leaked, and this is him rehearsing for his role in the Sandy Hook shooting. And we don't know who leaked it, but he's clearly pausing and talking to the cameraman and the producer at various stages, and then starting over. And he's struggling a little bit. So we can see this is his rehearsal tape.
Okay.
School bus driver picked them up. I think she had just let off some kids or was in the area. And they came inside the house and they start talking about blood coming out of her mouth. And they said, "What are we going to do for a teacher? Our teacher's dead." Matt, I mean, they were so distraught. I had all these stuffed animals for my grandson. I brought them all down. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I can't even imagine this. These children.
Rehearse your lines a few times before you get on the camera, man.
He's 8 years old. They're just starting out. How can anyone do this?
That's good.
How can anyone do this? How can anyone do this? These children in my house were so frightened.
You have to do it. You're getting paid, motherfucker.
Oh my God, they were so frightened. I've never seen children terrorized. They were just so frightened. Some lady came looking for her son. I hope he's not one of the children. She said, "I heard you had 6 kids here. is that I took him to the firehouse. Her face looked frozen in pain. I've never seen anything like that. Her face looked like it was stone. I said, "What is your child's name?" And she gave me the name. I have to find out about that kid. How could you kill children? How could you kill one child? How could you kill a child? Here's my grades. So I am. Grades.
Well,
Well,
did we,
um,
did we get any?
those laughs, I promised. I don't know. Maybe somebody's laughing. It's the first time they've seen it. I've seen most of these before, all of them, but just a couple of things I'll add, and then we'll wrap this up. Uh, let's just start with this term that we've all heard called a conspiracy theorist. Now, the people that write the dictionaries, since it's such a common term, they have to grapple with a definition. And that's not an easy job. We all understand that it means you're a dumbass and you're a nutcase, and you know it's a pejorative. But what is the precise meaning of it? And I have, let's see, a belief that some influential or controlling organization or group is secretly responsible for a notable event or phenomenon. So we finally have a definition. Now, and they also go on to say the synonyms are a full hat wearer or a truther. So there you have a concise definition. Now, as I mentioned before, those that have been joining in with the ridicule, including a couple of my listeners who we won't mention their name, but still to this day are utilizing that term that has gotten such mileage that surely it's worn out by now, one would think. But to the substance of it, does anybody think that the ruling powers, the controllers, don't plan anything in secrecy? Are they telling you everything? We've got the 24-hour news feed. You think they're telling you the most important things and the facts? Well, I, you know, for a young child, they might believe that or been led to believe that. But for an adult, if we have adults listening to this, uh, do you see something odd about these, you know, statements by these witnesses and fathers and mothers? Uh, do you see something a little bit off, perhaps? How about Robbie Parker when he comes out grinning and smiling ear to ear and he says, "Are you ready to get started?" And then he uh, does the heavy breathing and puts himself into character. And it goes deeper than that. It goes deeper than that because that particular clip was shown on CNN, international news. You think they don't have editors there would edit that out if they wanted to make it look authentic. They don't want to make it look authentic. You see, it's part of the ridicule, okay, and it's part of
I thought that part
mixing
was.
up your mind, the emotional dissonance. Pardon me?
I said I thought that part was leaked. Like on
Oh
CNN, they
boy.
just showed
Technically.
when he's ready, you know.
No, no. No, no. You can find the clip. Now, some of the clips now have been cut. When I went to Google it, it had been cut. It just starts with the heavy breathing. But no, originally it was shown in full. And the point is now that I guess they think, they might have gone a little over the top with that one. It's now become quite infamous. But basically, the original idea apparently was the mockery of the public and telling anybody that had more than one neuron to see that Robbie Parker didn't lose anybody, You're laughing all the way to the bank. So, but the point of it is to, apart from the ridicule, which is quite obvious, is to make you, we talked in the last video about the paralysis of analysis, where intelligent people, adults, they want to complicate everything. So they talk about, well, not everybody grieves in the same manner, or try to explain it to themselves. You see, rather than just watch the thing,
Or that people
they
are
can
in
become.
shock.
Pardon me.
Or that people are in shock, so they act weird. I hear that a lot.
Yeah, that type of thing, and so you rationalize, well, it doesn't look a little bit off, but there's probably a good reason for that, and so they've basically lost their marbles. Okay, if you think any of the ones we watch are real, you have lost your ability to judge authenticity versus crap acting. You've lost that common sense, and since it's on the news, and you're a follower of the news, and that's where you get your information, and these interviewers and broadcasters are the ones that you rely on to tell you what your world is all about. And, you don't want to be classified as a conspiracist or a nut. So you convince yourself that it's real. You see? But every one of them, as you go back again to Erica Kirk, go through that, and you can find slightly better audios if you go to BitChute or Rumble of these things, and watch it again until you get it.
Yeah.
Anything to add? Yes.
Watch
we wrap.
the coffin video. Where she's at his coffin.
Oh, of the plastic. Yeah.
Well, the whole thing is just weird. Just
Yeah,
what
it's
she's
pitiful.
saying too, and then
It's pitiful, people.
she had,
I
had someone record her doing that, and then puts it on her social media. It's kind of odd.
Yeah. Oh, it's so sappy. It's so, I mean, if you just, and of course, the inappropriate smiling and laughing. Well, not laughing, but grinning. She's so happy that one day they're going to be reunited. And this is a common theme. If you look at the McDonald's, with Anderson Cooper following the Sandy Hook incident, and so on. It's a common theme. Why are we laughing and grinning and smiling? Because we know that our daughter, 8 years old, is up there with her best friends from school, because she loved school and she loved her friends, and most importantly, her lovely teacher, Miss Soto, and they're all up there together. And this is the reason we're not uh, all grim about this. In fact, we're rather happy about it. And Erica makes the same point, and a number of these others making the same point. So I'm about done. You have anything else?
No, I mean, I guess people can just let us know in the comments.
Comments. We don't get any comments. People are keeping their own counsel. Well, go ahead and keep your own counsel.
Yeah,
You don't have to comment.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Drill.
Well,
you still aren't mentioning buy us a coffee.
You can tell them about. You wanted do another YouTube on socialism. Remember?
On what?
Socialism.
Oh yeah, well I'm working on that. I mean, people hear that word, their sphincter tightens up if they're American, because they've been absolutely inundated with anti-socialist conceptions and so you even talk about capitalism, that their sphincter tightens up. Because if you're talking about capitalism, you must be hinting around to socialism. So we don't have capital. I mean, we don't use that term very often, It's a Marxist term or something. So anyway, you can call it what you want, but your world, people, is 100% contrived, scripted, and presented to you. Now, that's concerning, but I didn't make this world. I didn't. I'm just calling it like I see it. And make of these crisis actors, or if you want to call them real witnesses, what you will. And just try to, I don't know, take an adult viewpoint and draw out some of the consequences and significance of the fact that you're being bamboozled on a daily basis. And the whole thing is fake. There's never been a school shooting in the United States. You go back to Columbine, which was a template for these things. 100% fake. Even the dead people, dead students don't even show up in the death register. They're mythical. The two guys that did the shooting are mythical. They're dragging people out of this by the heel, out of the school. They're dummies. Okay, they're dummies. They're absolutely dummies. Their arms don't even flop. They're just dummies. So let's not be the dummies of this whole show.
All right. Well, that's a good way to end
it. Yeah.
Don't be a dummy.
Well, one more point. You'll notice the theme in most of these are gun control. Now, a lot of people say, "Well, I think that's a pretty good idea. I hate guns, and what could be wrong with rounding up all the guns?" Well, you see, if you're in the ruling class and you've studied a little bit of history, and you know that you have plans for a lockdown and absolute tyranny, you realize that having guns loose around might cause some, to your police and your security forces and the people you rely on to do their duty and round you up. There might be a few casualties among them. No, you can't fight the government. They got it. They got it all. But if you got some loose weapons around, there may be some, some threat to the authorities at a certain point. I'm not advocating anything here. I'm just telling you how they think. And to stamp out the private ownership of firearms is one of their objectives. It's been an objective for many years.
Yeah, because really, if the right and the left weren't so divided as they're, as they want us to be, I mean, we could potentially do some overthrow with our weapons.
As I said, if history is any judge, there will be pushback, but that might take a violent form and cause some casualties among the establishment tools. So, step one is, of course, to brainwash everybody completely. And then step two might be to round up the guns. And of course, Palantir and all of them, the Surveillance Society. And so the theme I mentioned was guns, but it's also to put police in every school. It's also a psychological, we need psychologists in every school, so because and we need the metal detectors in every school. So that's a big business,
Karina said, they do these lockdowns at school and
drills.
Yeah, and they used to not tell kids, but I guess
traumatize them.
Yeah, now they're having to tell them because some kids would have panic attacks and all this stuff, just so scared the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So now they have to kind of plan ahead, and anyway.
Yeah. I'll just make one more point. the school psychological, what do you call it? To have psychologists in every school it's a key concept in psychology today. That modern society version of it is adjustment in one word. So you do have a few young people going off the rails. So they're not adjusting properly. But really, you see, we've been adjusting all our lives. So if they shoot down Kennedy in the broad daylight, well, you may have. I don't know if you've spoken out about that or you've looked into it or not, but one way or another, you've adjusted. You see, you've adjusted. If the Israelis sink your ship, the USS Liberty, 67, just try to sink it, napalm it, torpedo it, bomb it. And, well, you may or may not have looked into that, but my point is you've adjusted. You've adjusted to the COVID PSYOP, the biggest PSYOP, most ambitious PSYOP that the world has ever seen, because it involved every country in the world. And you may be a health freedom person and objected to the lockdowns, or you may have had some questions. But one way or another, you've adjusted. So, and we could go on. You heard about the 2 or 3 million they killed in Southeast Asia, but you've adjusted. You've accepted it one way or the other. You know, so there's no limit. There's no limit to what most people will adjust to. And this is the problem. You're too adjusted. So if they're trying to help the kids adjust in the schools, when everything around them is fake as hell and your society is fake as hell, but you're adjusted, you see.
All right.
That's a wrap. Okay, I'll see you, Alice. Talk to you soon.
Okay.